Hello and welcome to Yoga Flow with Monica. I am Monica and today I prepared yoga for lower back pain. So I actually pulled a muscle in my lower back and I thought this class will be perfect, not only for you but for me as well. We're gonna start in child's pose. So come into child's pose, open the knees a little bit wider and bring the big toes together. Bring the palms in front and start melting down. So release your head to the floor. Continue breathing through the nose. And we're gonna stay here for a couple more breaths just to kind of sink into the practice. Observe how you feel, how your lower spine feels. Make sure you are gentle during this class, during this practice. So, if something doesn't feel quite right or if something feels painful, just keep that pose. And you can always come back into child's pose, what we're doing now, okay? 2 more breaths here. 1 more. Then lift your head up tiny bit and bring your palms towards the right side, okay? Both palms towards the right and just relax here for 3 breaths. Stretching out the left side of the body, the left side of the torso. 1 more breath. Then gently and mindfully start bringing back palms to the center and going towards the left side. And again, just sink there. Feel the gentle stretch in the right side this time. Make sure your hips, your glutes are not moving so they stay where they were when we were in the middle. Continue breathing. 1 more breath here. And then slowly come back to the center and we're gonna lift to all fours. So come on to all fours. If you have a little bit more severe back pain, make sure when you do the cow pose, you're more gentle. So maybe don't arch your back as much, okay? We're gonna do it 3 times. So when you're ready, inhaling, slowly arching the back. As I mentioned, if it's hurting, don't go too deep into this pose. Looking up. And then with an exhale, start pointing your tailbone down as well as the top of the head. And lift your middle upper spine. Twice more. Gentle, mindful movements. Inhaling. Maybe you can arch a little bit more, but as I mentioned, if it's painful, don't go there. Yoga is not about being painful. Exhale. Everything lift the middle upper spine as high as you can. Last time. Inhaling, slowly arching the back, bringing shoulder blades together, shoulders away from the ears. Exhaling, crown of the head and tailbone down. Come back to neutral. Maybe bring your palms a couple of inches to the front, tug the toes, and lift your hips up, coming into downward dog, but make sure you keep your knees gently bent. So really keeping knees bent, we're just trying to lengthen through the spine, lifting the spine higher and higher. Inhale, exhale, 1 more. Then look to the front of the mat and step the right leg in between the palms. Back foot comes parallel to the shoulders of the mat. And we slowly start extending the right leg as well and lifting up into super gentle triangle pose, okay? So don't try to reach the floor. Just bring your arm maybe a little bit higher. Lift your left arm towards the ceiling and start opening towards the ceiling or the sky. Continue breathing. Make sure that both sides of your torso are straight. We're trying to release the pressure from the area in your lower back. 1 more breath here. Then start looking down to the floor. releasing both palms to the floor and bringing the front leg to the back. Downward dog. This time maybe extend the legs a bit wider, as wide as the mat, and maybe even grab the sides of your mat with your palms and stretch out a little bit more as well, releasing the tension in your legs. Of course, if that's too much, continue keeping your knees bent. Just lifting through the tailbone as high as you can. One more breath. Great, then we come back to classical downward dog, and we're gonna bring the left leg in between the palms, back foot parallel to the short edge of the mat, slowly extending that left leg and lifting up into triangle pose. Just for 3 breaths here, make sure you're opening the chest towards the ceiling or the sky. Reach through that right arm this time towards the ceiling. Make sure you're not rounding any side of your torso. Just one more breath here. Then start looking down and release both palms to the floor. Bring front leg to the back. Downward dog. Inhaling and exhaling. One more. Then start bringing the palms and legs to the middle, towards the middle of the mat. We're gonna meet in the middle of the mat. We're gonna inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release it down. Twice more. Inhale, really lengthening through that spine. Exhaling, down. One more time. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift yourself up tiny bit, and now we're gonna go into yogi squat. So when you're ready, start opening the legs as wide as the mat or maybe even wider. Make sure that your toes are facing out a little bit, and then start releasing the glutes down. Knees tracking that middle toe. Go as low as it feels comfortable, and make sure you don't round your spine, okay? Because we're trying to open and release the tension in the spine, so that's very important to keep the spine straight. So even if you're a little bit higher, just stay here, okay? I'm gonna turn to you. We're gonna stay here, either palms on the ground or palms together, and gently push into those inner thighs with your elbows. Inhale and exhale. Try not to tense anything, relax facial muscles, back, shoulders, as well as the legs. One more breath here. Gently release the palms to the floor. Start lifting your glutes up, coming into forward fold one more time. I'm gonna stay here for 5 breaths. It's a very nice way to release all the tension from whole back, not only lower back, okay? If you want, you can even interlace the elbows, or maybe interlace the palms and bring them behind your head and let the elbows hang heavy towards the floor. The important thing, really relax your upper body. You're not tensing, you're not pulling, pushing, you're not using any strength there. Just letting your head or elbows guide you towards the floor. 2 more breaths here. Then slowly lift your head up tiny bit and start walking out into downward dog again. Coming into downward dog. 1 more breath here. Inhale and exhale. And then start coming into the plank. You can release your knees down if you wish. We're gonna start bending into the elbows and release all the way down to the floor. Come on the floor. Come to the floor. And then bring your elbows just underneath your shoulders. You might feel a little bit too tension in your lower spine. If that's too much, bring those elbows a little bit forward. So make sure you're feeling okay. As I mentioned, no pain should be felt. A little bit discomfort is okay, but no pain. Another important thing, not collapsing into the shoulders. So try to keep that elbows gently engaged, lifting up, neck is long, looking in front of you. Inhale and exhale. Just 1 more here. Release the head down. Extend the arms now in front of you. We're gonna come into Locust Variation. So we're gonna lift the arms and the legs up. Again, this is a little bit more intense on your back. If you have more severe pain, maybe just stay relaxing, on the floor. Or you can try it, and if it's too much, then you can release it, okay? With the next inhale, we're gonna lift the legs and arms up and try to lengthen. So it's not only about releasing the pain, it's very important when you have the issue in your lower back to continue strengthening the muscles so it doesn't happen again, like pulled muscle like it happened to me. Inhale and exhale. One more. And then release it down. We're gonna bring one palm on top of each other just below your forehead and release your forehead to your arms. Inhale and exhale. Let the belly, hip bones sink into the mat. One more breath. Then slowly start lifting up onto all fours. Be gentle, don't rush. And we're gonna transfer ourselves onto back, okay? So maybe shift your legs to one side and slowly come onto your backs. Release down, keep the knees bent. Relax here. Again, observing how you feel. Very important thing to release the spine to the floor. So let it sink gently and slowly. Be kind to your body when you have injuries or pain. One more breath. And then we're gonna bring both knees into the chest. Hug them if it's possible. And then go from side to side. This is a very nice to massage your lower back. As I mentioned, as long as the pain is not too severe, as well as hopefully you don't have too hard of the surface. If the surface is very hard, you might prefer just staying still, okay? Inhale and exhale. Feel how your lower spine really pushes into the ground and releases down. One more breath. Then relax the legs down. Start pushing, kind of applying some pressure into your heels, arms next to your body, the heels quite close to your glutes, and we're gonna lift up. Not too high, coming into bridge pose. Don't lift it too high because, again, depending on the injury or on the pain, see how high you can lift, okay? So don't overdo it. Continue breathing. Make sure those knees, very important, staying in line. The knees staying in line with your hip bones, okay? So they're not spreading out. If they're spreading out, you won't be doing any good, okay? So just keep the knees in line. Lift maybe a little bit higher. But of course, be mindful. If it's too much, you can always just lower it down. We're gonna stay here for 2 more breaths. One more. And then super slowly, we're gonna release it down. So first, middle spine, lower spine, and then your glutes. Excellent. Inhale, exhale. We're gonna extend the left leg out. We're gonna bring the right knee into our chest and apply a little bit more pressure. Relax here, 2 breaths. One more. Now switch the legs, bring the left knee in. Right leg is on the mat, relaxed. One more breath. Start bending into the both knees, release them to the ground. When you're ready, you're gonna bring the right knee a little bit closer towards your chest, flex the toes, and then bring that leg over the left, okay? Over the left leg. You can stay here if that's enough, or can pick up the left leg up and interlace the palms behind your thighs. Continue breathing here. Make sure that right leg is flexed, so the toes are flexing, we're protecting our tendons. Recline pigeon pose, excellent way to release the tension in your lower spine, since it can always be connected to your glutes. One more breath. And then slowly releasing down. You're gonna switch, so release the right leg down, lift the left, flex the toes towards you, then bring that over the right thigh. Repeat the same if you had your leg down, stay there, or you can lift the right leg up and then release the fingers behind your right thigh. 3 breaths here. Make sure you're bringing that right knee into your chest while bringing the left a little bit away. I have some friends here. Continue breathing. Inhale and exhale. One more. Excellent. Release both legs down. And the last position before relaxing for a couple of moments in Shavasana is Supine Twist. It's a wonderful way to release the tension from your lower back as well. So just shift your glutes towards the right a little bit and then release both knees towards the left. You can open the arms wide into a T, or you can just keep them close to your body, whatever feels more comfortable. One important thing to keep in mind, chest is facing towards the sky, okay? Continue breathing. Inhale and exhale. You can close your eyes here. 2 more breaths. 1 more. Then engage abdominals, and we're gonna go to another side, so bring the knees to the center. Then shift your glutes tiny bit towards the left and release the knees towards the right. Repeat the same position of your arms as well. If you had them open, keep them open, or keep them close to your body. Just keep in mind that the chest should be facing up and that opposite shoulder, so in this case left shoulder, should be touching the ground. Deep inhales and exhales. 1 more here. Engage abdominals and then slowly come back up. Extending the legs, slowly coming into Shavasana, so our final pose. Start relaxing here, opening the legs as wide as the mat or maybe even wider. Palms facing towards the sky or the ceiling. Let the spine sink into the floor. Relax here for a couple of moments. Inhale and exhale. Make sure you lose control over your body, so don't try to control anything, just let it sink and become heavier and heavier. Even the facial muscles relax. You can stay as long as you wish in Shavasana. Or if you don't have more time, you can start moving your fingers and toes, maybe bringing the legs into a zip line and bringing arms above your head and taking full body stretch. Basically take any movement you wish before bending into your knees and rolling towards the right side. Pausing here just to appreciate your beautiful body, and then lifting up and coming into seated position. One more time, mindful inhale and exhale. Bring palms together in front of the heart, and we're gonna seal this practice. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining today. I hope it helped you to release the pain in your lower spine. It's a wonderful class to do any time of the day if you want to just relax a little bit and do a little bit of yoga. As always, if you have any requests or questions, just leave them below the video and I will get back to you as soon as possible. I hope to see you soon on my channel. Bye!